Hi, I am Professor Frank Chindamu, and I started a company called LaughMD. We were recently endorsed by the New York State Medical Association. I am happy to say that to the New Yorkers here, hello. My degrees are from NYU and Columbia. So the idea of laughter as medicine is a very cool idea. We all know the expression laughter is the best medicine. It translates literally into just about every language. This is the market. I'm sure you're all aware of how lucrative the medical field is. This is the market size, and out of the TAM and SAM, here's what we think is the sum of 21 billion. And I'll tell you what we do. We use laughter to solve for two things: stress and pain. All right. Stress is an epidemic amongst our healthcare providers and definitely needs to be addressed. If you've ever set foot into a hospital or a healthcare facility these days, you know how stressed the personnel are. And we've got two studies that show that we reduce stress. We've got two studies down and one more study coming that show that we reduce pain. Just the use of opioids alone has killed 1 million Americans. World War II killed 417,000 Americans. That's how big the scale of this problem is. So besides our own studies, there are 400 other ones that have been validated by Professor Ron Burke at Johns Hopkins. Here's one study. 48 patients had heart attacks. Of those who watch half an hour of comedy a day, 8% have a second heart attack. Those who do not watch comedy, 42% have a second heart attack. It's that big of a difference, and this made front page news in the Los Angeles Times. So here's what our app looks like. You pick funny videos. Let's say it's classic TV shows like Seinfeld. There you have a clip from Seinfeld. And then from the feedback, we ask things like, what's your pain level now? What was your pain level when you started? Currently at A.T. Still University, the McGill Pain Questionnaire is in use, and boy, is it a thorough questionnaire. This is some of our studies. I was a professor at USC, so we use the Institute for Genetic Medicine to show a 94% reduction in stress levels for healthcare providers, then a 13% reduction in stress levels for healthcare providers with just one 3-minute comedy video, 13% in 3 minutes. At USC Norris Cancer Center, 91% of the patients with pain said we lowered their pain, and 94% said that we decreased their stress. Coming up are going to be the results of our study at A.T. Still University at the Pain Management Clinic. And you can see it's called Do LaughMD Videos Lower Chronic Pain? The benefits of laughter, you're all aware of it, but they do things like they increase your endorphins, your serotonin, and your dopamine. They boost mood, they speed healing, they lower the perception of pain. You know what happens when you laugh. For staff, they're lowering the adrenaline and the cortisol, which are the stress hormones. They reduce staff burnout and staff turnover. And for the bottom line, to the payers, they improve patient ratings, patient satisfaction. They collect valuable data. That's why just watching stuff on TV or YouTube isn't as good an idea. And this is billable. So the patients that this is best for are anyone who is in a situation where you can't get up and leave: hospitals, rehab clinics, dialysis, pain management centers, cancer facilities, oncology when you're getting an infusion, wound management centers. Any captive audience is the best implementation. So right now we've got it at the USC Norris Cancer Center. It's being used at CCare. It's being experimented with at the Perlmutter Cancer Center at NYU Langone, the Beverly Hills Cancer Center, and we are an official incubator of USC. We've got numerous awards in recognition for this. Health 2.0, Charm Health, we won their Charm Health initiative. The Surgeon General of the state of California said we should start this right now. My girlfriend met with the Surgeon General of the United States, who said this is a great idea. Please keep me posted on this. Best Business Award from the AATH, and even Dr. Z-Dog shouted us out to his 3 million subscribers. Our competitors don't really have any to speak of. Get Well Networks is the 800-pound gorilla, but they're really just providing one-way television. They're not collecting data. They're not focused on healing. They're not focused on laughter as a healing remedy. The closest thing to that are mental health apps like Headspace or Calm. And as you know, those are billion-dollar companies. Our marketing approach is things like word of mouth. I've been on the front pages of Forbes and the LA Times for my previous business. everyone will love the story of laughter is actually good medicine. And it makes the news quite a bit. Speaking opportunities, I do quite a bit of that. And then, of course, medical journals, websites, enrolling in Startup Health, HealthXL, CancerX, things like that. So how do we earn revenue, you ask? Good question. Billing. That's right, billing. We're now working with NeuroTree and Ace Medicist to test several CPT billing codes, and we're coming up with more. Of course, there's the route with our Series A or B funding to get our own codes, but that's on down the line. The first thing we'll do with revenue is begin the process of getting FDA approval on this. So we make money from billing. We would make money from licensing the software as a service to hospitals, dialysis. We can make money from leasing hardware, like if we give you the iPad with LaughMD on it. And then there's third-party integration with companies like ProHealth, who wants to integrate it with the Apple Watch for determining your before and after status. So here's how we're going to grow. These are in the investment expenditures. That's what we're asking for right now is $300,000 for 10% of the company or a safe note. And that's a valuation of $3 million, obviously. And then, of course, with the Series A, we'd go on to the full FDA approval and that sort of thing. The roadmap is pretty cool. There's a lot more billing for VR. And imagine you're the patient. You're not in the hospital anymore. You're in a movie theater. You're in a comedy club. It's decreasing your stress. With wearables, as I talked about, you'll be able to see your before and after status. You'll be able to see your status as you're using the app, and it's a 20 to 30-minute use time that produces the desired results. With Bina.ai, we have a handshake deal with them. They can tell 18 different healthcare markers right now. Go to Bina.ai, and you just have to be looking at the screen for 1 to 2 minutes, which is what you're doing when you're watching a video. So here's my team. I'm the CEO and founder. I started on movies like Ghostbusters and TV shows like SNL and moved from comedy to doing this. Dr. Joshua Cohen is our chief psychology officer. Victor's managed a $100 million company. You all know who Patch Adams is, so obviously he's one of our advisors. Sandra Kufel ran a wing of Scripps Hospital before she was 30. She's got 3 med techs. And Rick Barnett, former CEO of Satellite Dialysis, he ran 5 hospitals. It's a pretty good team. That's our show. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Frank, for the presentation.